The myth of motivation, building systems for low energy days. Some days you wake up clear, driven, unstoppable. And other days, it's like your brain is full of fog. Everything seems heavier than it should. You tell yourself, I just need to push harder. But what if the problem isn't effort? It's expectation. You are not supposed to feel motivated every day. Motivation isn't moral, it's biological, clinical, contextual. And the most successful founders aren't the ones who stay motivated all the time. They're the ones who remain regulated when motivation dips. So if your motivation fluctuates, let's strip away the guilt and look at what's really happening inside your body. Motivation is a cocktail of dopamine, anticipation, noradrenaline, which is a drive, and serotonin, which is contentment. That mix shifts constantly based on four things: sleep quality, light exposure and movement, food and blood sugar, emotional safety. When any of those falter, your brain pulls back the dopamine, not to punish you, but to conserve your energy. Your biology says, we don't feel safe to pursue it right now. But instead of listening, most founders shame themselves. I'm lazy. I'm behind. I've lost my edge. You haven't lost your drive. Your body's just stopped trusting your pace. The nervous system's view of motivation. Your nervous system only opens up creative energy when it feels safe. When it senses too much pressure, too little rest, it switches from curiosity to protection. And protection looks like procrastination, perfection, anxiety paralysis. You think you're resisting work, but your system is resisting the unsafe intensity. Motivation isn't a mindset, it's a measure of felt safety. That's why no affirmation works if your body is in defense mode. You can't outthink a dysregulated nervous system. Here's the founder's motivation loop. Here's a pattern most ambitious women, female entrepreneurs, founders run on. They push harder, then they collapse. Then they have terrible guilt. Then they overcorrect and then they push again. It feels like discipline, but actually it's trauma loop, nervous system swinging between freeze and overdrive. Real consistency comes when you move from that loop to a steady rhythm of safety and self-trust. Let's build that together. Step 1. Redefine motivation as a data, not an identity. So when your motivation dips, don't ask, what's wrong with me? Ask, what's my body trying to tell me? Low motivation after big wins, maybe an adrenaline withdrawal. Low motivation mid-cycle, a natural hormonal energy drop. Low motivation after people pleasing, it's a boundary fatigue. Low motivation after stress, the nervous system freeze response. Each one has a different solution, not pressure, but a different kind of support. This is emotional intelligence applied to execution. Step 2, design for low energy days. High performers often design systems for their best days, and then they blame themselves when those systems collapse on the worst days. You need a dual track strategy, one for high energy, one for low. And here's how. Your high energy state flow is focused, it's optimistic, it's quick decision making, what it feels like. But what do? You do batch creative work. You do strategy and outreach quickly. Then you ride the wave, but get you a decompression after. Your mid-energy state steady, calm but slower. That's what it feels like. What you do is you prioritize systems, delivery, client care, and admin. Work with a structure. Low energy state, that's protective. You're foggy, you're avoidant, you're self critical. That's what it feels like. What do you do? There's a downshift, one small domino, one body cue, and a straightforward win. Focused on recovery, not perfection. This is what nervous system led productivity looks like. Adapting your structure to your state instead of shaming your state into structure. Number 3, build a motivation safety net. Think of it as scaffolding that's holding you up when the drive disappears. It's not about willpower. It's about systems that make action easier than avoidance. Here's how to build it. Number 1, a tiny start rule. If it takes more than 15 minutes to start, half it. If you hesitate, half it again. Your goal isn't completion, it's activation. The dopamine hit from starting small reboots momentum. Number 2, quit proud time. Set a clear end time where you stop while respecting yourself. Ending with dignity protects motivation more than forcing just one more hour, because your brain links pride with safety, not exhaustion. Number 3, body before brain. Before you open your laptop, ask, did I hydrate? Did I move my body? Have I been outside today? These micro habits regulate your biochemistry faster than mindset work. Step 4, the inner dialogue reset. When motivation dips, your inner critic gets loud. It says things like, you're wasting your potential, or everyone else is ahead, or you're losing your edge, or you're too emotional to lead, or you used to be better. Those aren't truths. They're your nervous system's way of bracing for failure before it happens. They sound cruel because they're trying to protect you from future shame. When that voice surfaces, answer it like this: thank you for trying, keep me safe. We don't need pressure to prove our worth today. We're still moving, even when it's slower. That's positive intelligence, guys, which is in practice shifts your self-talk from punishment to partnership. Step 6, ritualized recovery, not just output. High performance cultures reward visible effort. But what keeps founders resilient isn't constant motion, it's predictable recovery. The recovery rituals is how your nervous system learns that rest does not equal danger. For example, 10 minutes of sunlight before your first meeting. Not dangerous. Stretch before calls. Not dangerous. 1 no work evening per week. Yes. Breathe before an email. Brilliant. 5-minute gratitude log for what's working. Recovery is the infrastructure that makes motivation sustainable. A creative entrepreneur once told me, it feels like I'm addicted to adrenaline. When things slow down, I crash. She wasn't lazy. She was detoxing from that survival mode. So we built a calm momentum plan. 90-minute work sprints followed by a 15-minute rest. No caffeine after 1 p.m. 1 micro win logged daily. Not a to-do list. It's a self-trust list. 3 weeks later, she said, I didn't just feel motivated again. I felt safe working slowly. That's what regulation gives you. A steady drive instead of a spiked drive. Number 6, step 6, create proof, not pressure. Your brain doesn't believe words, it believes repetition. So stop promising yourself you'll do better tomorrow. Start proving yourself, I can stay in motion even on low energy days. Proof looks like sending one message instead of ghosting your inbox, writing one paragraph instead of the whole post, making one decision instead of revising 10. Each small completion tells your body we're capable. Motivation follows proof, not the other way around. So, your 7-day practice today is an energy log in your stress diary and gratitude journal planner. Create one column for each day. Energy level, high, medium, low. One action you completed, one regulated cue you used, like a breath or a light or a pause. One gratitude for your body, honesty. By the end of the week, you'll see the truth. Your results don't depend on motivation, they depend on self-respect and motion. So say this with me today, please. My pace is not my worth. Motivation is a rhythm, not a verdict. I can build even when I move slowly. Reset isn't regression, it's recalibration, because the real mark of mastery isn't working when you're inspired. It's being able to move gently when you're not. Motivation is fickle. Regulation is reliable. So if you're ready to design systems that work with your nervous system, not just against it, come to the free Reset and Revive Masterclass. If you're ready to embed this across all your team launches, daily structure, join the VIP, the Inner Seer Revive Accelerator, because the goal was never to stay motivated. It was to stay steady. And that's how you build a business that lasts from safety, not survival. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to watch the next video, Identity Shifts. It's really interesting. Have a wonderful day. Bye for now.